Morning. Today we are correcting CO54, where we were classifying triangles by their sides and by their angles. Different names for if they're by the sides or by the angles. Attention is up front. So we had classifying by sides. We have the scalene, which means there's no congruent sides. Isosceles, which means two sides are congruent, same size. And then we have equilateral. All three sides are the same number. We have our angle names. We have an acute triangle. All three angles are acute. They're all small. A right triangle, one angle is that 90 degrees. The obtuse triangle, one angle is greater than 90 degrees. And the equiangular triangle, all three angles are identical. They have to equal 180 degrees, so they have to be 60 degrees each if they are all equal. When we look at our bottom, we needed to classify it by its angle name and its side name. So this first one, all the angles are little, so it is acute, and two sides are the same, so it is isosceles. Our second one, we have a right angle, so it's a right. All sides are a different measurement, so it's a right scalene. And our last one, we have one angle that is obtuse. All the sides are a different measurement, so it is an obtuse scalene triangle. Any questions on those? Again, it is important to know if it is an angle name or a side name. It comes back to haunt you on the test, so you will want to list them on your help sheet as angle names and as side names so you understand the difference. All right, second page. An acute scalene triangle. So if it's acute, all the angles are smaller than 90 degrees. And if you add up all of your measurements, it equals 180 degrees. It is scalene, so each of our sides is a different measurement size. For equiangular, we know every angle has to be 60 degrees. And if it's equiangular, we know it's also equilateral. So all three sides are the same measurement. All three angles are 60 degrees. And yes, it has to be 60 degrees. You can't put 40, 40, 40, because then it's not a triangle. It doesn't equal 180 degrees. They have to be 60 degrees each. And an obtuse isosceles. So obtuse means one angle is bigger than 90. So I put mine as 130 degrees. It's isosceles, so that means two sides are the same measurement. So these two angles are the same measurement. So if this is 130, I have 50 degrees to work with. So I have 25 and 25. Isosceles means these two sides are the same measurement. On the test, you will be asked to draw these. So you need to really understand what the different names mean and how to show that. Now we needed to determine if the given statement is true or false, and if it is false, you need to explain why. So you can't just put true or false and think it's going to be correct. You had to do the explanation if it was false. On the test, if you are asked to explain something and you do not, it will be wrong. So you have to make sure you follow all the directions. An acute triangle has two angles less than 90 degrees. That is false. It has three angles less than 90. A right triangle has one 90-degree angle. That is true. It can only have one at 90 degrees, otherwise it wouldn't be a triangle. A triangle can have more than one obtuse angle. That is false. Two angles more than 90 degrees would already be more than the 180 degrees. We can only have 180 degrees in a triangle. Two obtuse, and it would be more than 180 degrees. And a scalene triangle has two equal sides. That's false. They have no equal sides in a scalene triangle. Any questions on those? Oh, we've got two more. Sorry. An isosceles triangle has 3 equal sides. That is false. Only 2 sides are equal. And if a triangle is equilateral, it is also equiangular. Liam, where should your attention be? Yeah. Cameron's not teaching you math. I am. Equilateral means equiangular, just like up on top where we had the 360-degree angles. All the sides have to also be the same. So that is true. If it's equilateral, it is equiangular. Now we have our time for review. So my friends that had been absent, and nope, I want you to listen to this. My friends that had been absent and are still catching up on those objectives, it's important that you get caught up because you can't do the review if you haven't done the actual lesson first. Our test is going to be next week. So we're wrapping up this unit. I think Monday is our last objective day. So that puts us at having the test, practice test Wednesday, real test Thursday, I think. Or we're wrapping it up this Friday. I have to double check. We are testing next week before spring break, because I don't want us to have to try to remember all of this after spring break. So we will be testing before spring break. So vertical angles. That means the angles that are opposite of each other when they share that vertex are congruent. They are the same size. So vertical angles are congruent when vertical angles share a vertex, share that point in the middle. They are opposite, same size. Corresponding angles. It's looking at those vertical angles. They've got parallel lines. These measurements down here are going to be identical to the measurements up here. So if 120 is above that parallel line on the left, 120 is above the parallel line on the left. So you could pick up the bottom section and place it right on top of that top section, and they are the exact same measurements. Complementary angles equal 90 degrees. So you needed to show 2 angles that we add together to be 90 degrees. 55 and 35 equal 90 degrees. Acute angle is little, smaller than 90. Obtuse angle is bigger, greater than 90. A straight angle is a straight line, 180 degrees. Supplementary angles, you add them together and they equal 180 degrees. And a right angle equals that 90 degrees. We know it's a right angle when we either see 90 degrees or we see the box in the corner. Any questions on yesterday's assignment? Okay, if you are watching this at home, we hope you are well. Hope to see you soon. Have a wonderful day.